Let me begin tonight by going across to Tanmanjit Singh Desi of the UK Labour Party, the MP. Thank you for joining us on NDTV, Mr. Desi. You were one of those who spoke out and very strongly. We just saw some of the things you said, criticizing the Indian government. You've seen India's very strong reaction now, Mr. Desi, saying that this is absolutely gross interference. This is vote bank politics. Do you, in the light of the strong reaction by India, have any regrets about the position you took? Or do you still stand by it?
Namaskar ji. Absolute pleasure, Srinivasan, to be joining your good self and NDTV viewers this evening. In terms of the parliamentary debate this week regarding the human rights of protesters and press freedoms, you'll note that the debate wasn't actually on the farm laws themselves, which, as the minister as well as others pointed out, is a matter to be discussed within India. In terms of the context of the entire debate, I am fully aware that due to lowering incomes, rising debts, and rising levels of suicides, that everybody agrees on the need for agricultural reform. I'm also aware that the government has proposed its 3 new laws, which it says will be beneficial, while on the other hand, the trade union movements or the farming unions within India, they have strongly opposed that because they fear the deregulation or the encroaching privatization or the major corporates moving into the sector. And I'm also aware that all the major opposition parties are opposed to the laws, but that's not what was being discussed. So in terms of, as I said within the debate, that human rights are universal. Why are so many individuals here so concerned is because the likes of me, who, although I was born and brought up in Britain, I've had the pleasure and privilege of having studied in India for over 4 years. I took the time to learn and converse in Punjabi, Hindi, Urdu. We've got a love for the nation, and it's wonderful.
So then why? Right.
But what needs to happen?
Why the debate then? Why the debate? If you're saying it's an internal matter, what is the human rights issue? What is it that provoked a debate as something, as we said, is unprecedented?
So while laws of any nation, that they are something that's discussed within the polities of that nation, that human rights, things to do with press freedoms, hard-won academic freedoms, press freedoms, Srinivasan, the likes of yourself, to be able to independently portray how you see things, that is crucial. And so when we saw the footage of water cannons, tear gas and brute force being used against peacefully protesting farmers on their way to Delhi, that pained many of us whose parents and grandparents had actually tilled the land within the Punjab, that they had been farmers for decades. And that also is why more than 100,000 people signed an official parliamentary petition. And therefore, it is incumbent for that issue to be debated within Parliament.
But let me ask you this, that what do you make of what the Indian government is saying, though? They're saying that this is vote bank politics, that those like yourself are representing constituents who are largely from India, from the Punjab, and that's really what is driving, these public positions that you're taking.
Well, I think that is very, very disingenuous if anybody was to classify this as just a Punjabi issue or a Sikh issue. We have seen, as I noted within the debate, that there are certain unscrupulous elements, even within the mainstream Indian media, who have gone to great lengths to paint the Sikhs as separatists or terrorists, or for the likes of me, who have dared to speak up about the human rights of those protesters, that they have labeled the likes of myself as troublemakers or as separatists, or we are trolled by hundreds of fake Twitter accounts and profiles, and the 2 rupee a tweet Twitter troll factory comes into full force. As we know, that the protests in India have been from different states. There are Hindus, Sikhs, Muslims, Christians, farmers and workers. And even if we look at the parliamentary debate, Srinivasan, that was cross-party. So we have
Mr.
not
Desi,
only Labour MPs, but Conservative, Lib Dem, and others
we saw that.
Their concerns.
But Mr. Desi, the net result is, you might say that these are all legitimate reasons for you to bring it up, But the net result is that you ended up angering the Indian government. India, as you know, a very close ally of Britain. Isn't that something which is of deep concern that now India, I mean, there's a strain on India-UK ties as a result of this?
Well, look, Srinivasan, first of all, I think it should always be noted that to speak up about or voice concerns about the policies and actions of the government of the day is not in any way anti-national. It's not anti-India.
Okay.
As speaker after speaker within the debate actually said that we want stronger ties and we hope for peace and prosperity within India, as we would want closer ties with other nations as well. But if we see that there is something happening which is unsavory, or if we feel that there is an attack on human freedoms or academic freedoms or press freedoms with journalists and trade unionists being arrested, including female activists who it is alleged have faced sexual assault or torture while in custody. And these issues, by the way, haven't just been discussed in Parliament. They have been aired globally on social media and in the media as well. So I think that's why it's important to voice those concerns.
Okay, fair enough. Well, that's the position you've taken. We'll have to see how it plays itself out. But thank you so much, Mr. Desi, for joining us on NDTV.